The battleground called America sees one skirmish after another, but who is fighting for faith, family, and flag? Charles Benninghoff, and here he is with today's action plan to defeat the forces of globalism.
This is Charles Benninghoff, and I'm the founder of the Free Christian Church. Pray for us, pray for the United States, with today's message. Today I'm calling on America to rise up in support of President Trump and an end to the political witch hunt by Obama, Holder, Comey, and Mueller. Here are the facts that no one's talking about. Do you realize that the chief witch hunter, Robert Mueller, the former FBI director, is a longtime friend of justly fired FBI director James Comey, and that both men were mentored and trained in dirty politics by Barack Obama and his henchman, Eric Holder, the most corrupt president and attorney general in U.S. history. If you look up the term political swamp in the dictionary, it probably has a picture of those four unindicted felons right next to the definition. Only a fool would believe that President Trump can get a fair shake from that godless quartet of deep state globalists. Our free church, Pray for Us, is calling on Congress to pull the plug on Mueller's phony investigation, which was actually prompted by James Comey committing what many say was treason, and I'll explain all that as we go along. Wait until you see the evidence we have compiled for you in this video today. You might not believe it at first, but we provide links for every claim we make on our action page, which we will be able to direct you to at the end of this discussion. So you can research all this information yourself. Don't have to take my word. You sit in there right in black and white. If you're a patriotic American and you want to help prevent Donald Trump from being impeached on completely false charges, you should sign up for my newsletters, and that will show you how to help. If you want to join in, just mouse over the video screen right now, or if you're using your mobile device, tap on the screen. Then click the little I call it the YouTube eye icon in the upper right corner, and you'll see a newsletter link. When the newsletter link appears, click it, and that will pause this video and open the newsletter sign-up page in a new window. My free daily newsletters cover the most important current issues concerning America using a Christian-based biblical perspective. Every newsletter covers only one issue of national importance. We don't go around the internet robbing and stealing links about articles from other folks. We write our own daily, unique, compelling call to action that will keep you way in front of the conservative news curve. Plus, my daily action newsletters contain facts you'll never hear on mainstream media, but that are necessary to know to survive in this surreal world of being forced down our throats by these godless, globalist Democrats, as well as the nation's prostitutes. When you get done there, just come back here. We'll be waiting for you. Before I say anything else on the issue of the phony investigation, you need to hear what attorney Alan Dershowitz has to say on this matter. Dershowitz is a respected former Harvard law professor who's retired, and he says proudly that he voted for Hillary Clinton last year. Well, I don't hold that against him, and even so, when it comes to the law, he's one of the smartest cookies in the entire country. Listen to what Mr. Dershowitz had to say on Fox News about the Mueller-Comey witch hunt.
I just don't see a crime here. I see perhaps some political wrongdoing. I see leaking information on both sides. But even if, for example, the campaign coordinated, which there's no evidence of, but coordinated its activities with Russia, and even if Russia and the campaign said, gee, wouldn't it be better if Trump were elected, that's political wrongdoing, but it's just not a crime. Nobody can point me to a statute that would be violated, and a prosecutor is only allowed to look for evidence of a federal crime.
So there you go. One of the top legal minds in America who voted against Donald Trump says there's no crime that was committed here. Even if President Trump did what he's accused of, which is working with Russia, that's not a crime. There's no criminal statute on the book that says a candidate for office cannot speak with or coordinate with foreign leaders, especially as in this case, is to get up to speed in the fight against terrorism. President Trump was just elected. He wanted to know what's going on. Who better to ask The Russians, they're killing the ISIS terrorists right and left in the Mideast. That's where you go to learn things, your allies. For example, there's another case. Nigel Farage of the European Union Parliament spoke at a Donald Trump campaign rally last year. You all remember that. We all saw Farage on camera. He gave a speech at the Trump rally. Yet no one's accusing the Trump campaign of colluding with the European Union. If colluding with a foreign government was illegal, well, we got Farage on camera colluding with Trump's campaign. If that was illegal, no investigation would even be necessary because we all saw it on tape. There's simply no crime for Robert Mueller to investigate. But if there were ever a case of collusion with Russia, it was outcast Obama working with Russia's former President Dmitry Medvedev, as proven in this video that was taken when outcast Obama didn't realize his mic was hot. He's sitting there colluding with Medvedev. Medvedev was Putin's predecessor. Take a look, listen up, make your own conclusions.
My last election, yeah. After my election, I have more flexibility. Yeah. I understand. I trusted this information to let you know that last time.
So, why is an independent counsel investigating Donald Trump when it didn't investigate Barack Obama? Well, because the globalists never change. The head of the secret police of the murderous Soviet Union dictator Joseph Stalin once said, quote, "Show me the man, I'll show you the crime." In other words, this guy would just investigate someone until he could twist innocent facts into a crime. This is not how justice works in America, but it's how Mueller and Comey are trying to make it work. You cannot appoint a prosecutor to investigate someone to look for a crime until they find one. A special prosecutor is only appointed after a crime is alleged to have happened. And in this case, there's no crime to begin with, not one. Now, let's listen to what the disgraced and justly fired former FBI Director James Comey said under oath. And I especially want you to hear Comey's admission of the reason why he leaked the information to the media. He had a reason to do so. Listen up carefully.
I woke up in the middle of the night on Monday night, because it didn't dawn on me originally, that there might be corroboration for our conversation. There might be a tape. And my judgment was I needed to get that out into the public square. And so I asked a friend of mine to share the content of the memo with a reporter. Didn't do it myself for a variety of reasons, but I asked him to because I thought that might prompt the appointment of a special counsel.
Comey hoped to prompt the appointment of a chief witch hunter to go after President Trump and look for a crime. That's why he made the leak. I think him making that leak itself was a felony, which he should be prosecuted for. But that's the subject for a different investigation. It's coming up, though. You know what? This whole thing was rigged from the start. It started with the plans from Comey making a leak. He'd already talked to Mueller. Mueller was already trained by Holder and by Obama. It's all a big chagall. It needs to be quashed. The plan had surely already been hatched to appoint Robert Mueller as the chief witch hunter. Why do I believe that this entire phony investigation was orchestrated by the swamp? Well, listen to this. And I linked to this article on our action page today, and I have copied it into a PDF format for you to download in case the original gets deleted from the internet. The article is titled, "Forged Under Fire, Bob Mueller and Jim Comey's Unusual Friendship." The article appeared in the Washingtonian on May 5th, 2013. That's a while back. That shows you how long these guys have been colluding. Let me read just one sentence from that article, and I quote, "Mueller and Comey were rising stars, mentored and guided by Eric Holder in the 1990s, during Holder's time in the Justice Department under the Clinton administration," close quote. There goes Clinton. He's coming and she's coming right into the picture. So there you have it. Mueller tied to Comey, who prompted the investigation by leaking an FBI memo to the media, which then required, of course, that a special investigation begin. Just a Big circle. You have Mueller and Comey being mentored and trained in dirty politics by fast and furious Eric Holder, the only attorney general in American history to be found in contempt of Congress when he was outcast, Obama's squalid example of an attorney general. You have Mueller and Comey working together under Holder when they were all working in the Justice Department under Slick Willie, the husband of Donald Trump's challenger, Hitlery, in the 2016 election. This whole thing stinks to high heaven. If this map that I'm drawing for you doesn't show you it stinks and why it stinks, nothing will. Congress needs to abolish the independent counsel position by any means necessary. The House could defund the investigation immediately and call the whole thing off, because even in the best case scenario, you have a massive conflict of interest for Robert Mueller. In the worst case scenario, it's exactly what it appears to be, in a Soviet Union-style witch hunt designed to keep digging and digging and digging until Mueller finds something he can falsely piece together to use to accuse President Trump. This is not justice, and this is not the way American legal and government systems work. So Pray for Us is calling on Congress to pull the plug on the independent counsel. So once again, sign up for my newsletters if you want to take part in this effort. To do that, mouse over the video screen or tap your mobile device. Then click on the small eye icon link appearing at the top right of the screen to subscribe to my newsletter. And remember, you can unsubscribe at any time. I have no clue why you would want to, but you can. Sign up now and help us drain this swamp. This is Charles Benninghoff signing off and wishing you freedom, fulfillment, and God's many, many blessings.
Sign up for our newsletters to join the team defending faith, family, and flag. Just click or tap the icon in the upper right corner of the video screen. Click again to go to our website where you can sign up for our daily action plans for America.